It's Tuesday the 9th of August, a pleasant summer's day in the morning, and I'm going to record today the different training and activity sessions that I undertake, excluding of course those with clients. So this light general mobility and flexibility session would be the first event of my day. And I'm doing rather fewer of these exercises on each count than I would normally, because obviously you, the viewer, don't want to watch a great trail of these exercises going on forever. The next exercise would be the abdominal isolation, and I would actually do 70 or 80 of these, but I'll do just a few now. Some very gentle eye exercises. Single nostril breathing. I don't want to spend much time in the kitchen. It doesn't interest me particularly, although the food and the nutrients I take are hugely important to me. I don't eat breakfast. I start the day with water, with lemon juice and some vitamin C in it, possibly some kombucha and aloe vera juice. Then I'm working with clients, and it may be that I get to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and at that stage I will make some juice. And what I have here is, generally speaking, cabbage, asparagus, broccoli, carrot, apple, beetroot, and not everyone's cup of tea, so to speak, when it comes to juice. I always use some garlic as well, and ginger. Right, broccoli going in. Right, delicious. And we're not going to stand on ceremony, so I've made it, so I'm going to drink it. I don't want it hanging around. It's Tuesday the 9th of August. This is my first session today out on Hankley. Little hill here. Just going to run this half a dozen times and then crack on with some eye exercises and breathing exercises. Let's get underway. So we've done the running session. That's great, that's out of the way. And now we come to a section of my day that might seem a little bit strange to some people. For 40 years plus, I've been doing eye exercises every day. Now, as it happens, I don't need to use glasses, and that's how I'd like to keep it. However, my sight has certainly deteriorated since I started using a computer. No two ways about it. Anyway, all of my family present and past, have worn glasses. I don't need glasses at present to read newspapers or small print or anything like that, so that's why I do these eye exercises. I'm just going to describe them rather than go through a long routine because it is a little bit strange. The first exercise is actually looking short and looking long. So I will look at the hairs on the back of my fingers, and then I will look at a ridge half a mile in the distance, and I'll repeat that obviously. The next exercise is what we call fixed eye positions, which in Ayurvedic medicine relate to up to the left, recall, down to the right, sensitivity, down to the left, auditory processes, hearing, up to the right, creativity. I will then repeat the short and long exercise, and then I will go up, down, up, down. I will then look for peripheral vision. I will go to the left and to the right. I know this looks extraordinary and slightly amusing perhaps. I will then circle the eyes, left and right. Now I'm just doing one or two of these, but I would actually do 15 to 20 of each of these each time. So I'll be working on the eyes for 5 to 10 minutes a day at a time. Okay, then I will take a point on my thumb and I will look at the thumbprints on the end of my thumb and bring that thumb right into my nose there. So again, I'm looking very short. I'm looking right there at the end of my nose, at the end of my thumb. After I've done those, I will do some palming for the eyes. Oh, and just incidentally, it is important that one blinks, and certainly if one's sitting in front of a computer, blink often, because that will help to keep the fluids in the eye moving properly. So, I've done the eye exercises basically. Now I will do breathing exercises, and what I will do is I will breathe in for a count of 10, I will hold for a count of 10, and then I will palm and breathe out for a count of 20. This is really a matter of expediency because I'm combining an eye exercise, the palming, with the breathing exercises, which I do anyway. The next time I do that, I will breathe in for a count of 20, out for a count of 40, in for a count of 30, out for a count of 60. In for a count of 40, hold, palm, and then breathe out for a count of 80, 90, 100. So that takes care of the eyes and the breathing, and now we're moving on. Time for our headstand. The idea of this, not surprisingly, is to attempt to read the words on this notice board, but from a very close distance. So I call it a short reading exercise. We're pretty much finished here for this session today, so I'm just going to have a little bit of fun now. I'll take my watch off because I don't want to wreck that. I'm just going to punch this post a few times, heel palm it and do a few press-ups. So this is all a little bit of a game. And finally, don't forget to rehydrate. Water, vitamin C. I use this back extension machine of mine pretty much every day. Very often I will just go through some stretching tight movements, and remember, this is the machine that I devised years ago that is key to my back rehabilitation program. If I've had a hard running session, if I've knocked myself about a little bit, percussion up through the hips and the low back, then I'll just get on here and loosen off. So it can be a nice easy stretch like that. One can even enhance the stretch by reaching and pulling through. And then of course one can just activate the erector spinae muscles a little bit more vigorously by lifting some weight. Increasing these, and so on. It's 8:35 on Tuesday the 9th of August. It's quite cool out here on beautiful Hankley Common. Magnificent sun setting below, and I'm just going to run 4 or 5 of these little hills behind us. Okay. Okay, we've got our final session of the evening. It's around about 11 o'clock, so we'll knock this out. A few crunches. Moving on to the 5 Tibetans. And an old favourite to finish with, the backswing here, the inversion table.
fitness, enormous strength, mastery of a wide range of physical skills. I'm a sort of
Hey, thanks for that. What a nice little session. About 20 past 11. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you found it interesting, possibly entertaining in places, maybe even motivational. That'd be terrific. I'm 74, as I've observed previously. I'll be 75, all being well, in April next year, 2017. But in the past 30 plus years, there will not be 10 days that I have not trained. Not 10 days. I can only remember one, in fact, and that was when I had violent food poisoning in Antigua. That was one day about 13 years ago. During and before that, I've had quite a lot of little injuries that have needed working around. So, my nose has been broken twice, my left shoulder has been dislocated, the outer head of my left bicep has been detached, I've had 3 ribs broken and my left lung punctured in a surfing accident. Another accident left me with an enormous hematoma over the femoral artery in the left groin. My left Achilles tendon has been ruptured. My right foot has had 2 bones broken in it, plus the little toe. The medial ligament of my right knee has been seriously damaged in a riding accident. I have had fingers broken, a thumb broken. My right shoulder has been spectacularly broken in a riding accident where the horse that I was galloping tripped and came down on me. Now, actually, that was quite a good result, because in fact I could have been in a wheelchair for life, or I could have been dead. So, all these things happen, but I have never stopped training. You can train around things. Even when I had the broken foot, or the bones broken in my foot, I was running every day, or hobbling, but at least making the effort. One can swim, one can train with weights in the gym, one can always train around injuries. There's no reason to stop. On a gentler note, you've seen my daily activities on this video, but my day starts with a reflective, contemplative period of gratitude, prayer, followed by personal and professional affirmations accompanied by visualization. My day ends, not dissimilarly, with meditation, followed by reading, study and writing. And again, when I'm settling down, some affirmations. So, all in all, that's pretty much how it goes on a day-by-day basis. Tomorrow will be pretty much the same as today, except that my clients will be different. Anyway, the very best of health and happiness to all of you, and thank you again.